Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode we're going to feature a Sansevieria star rose that came from Ansu in Holland, and what I'm showing you is or are pictures that I have taken on a daily basis with regards to the flower spike growing on the Sansevieria star rose, and perhaps this is one of the evidence that it is not the same as the subulate species. I managed to capture the first day, or might be the early stages of inflorescence, not necessarily the first day, because I think it's very hard, like I always say, to catch the first day of inflorescence or first day of the flower spike, and it might just be a very small pincer-like form during the first and second day. I think I have captured it on the third or fourth, wherein the spike is already growing. Right now, it has shown its flower stalk. It's starting to grow longer. On the upper portion, the skin of the buds already have opened up. Some of the bud skins are left on the bottom portion of the inflorescence, or the peduncle of the inflorescence. And now the flower tubes are beginning to grow in length. So in the early stages you wouldn't see the flower tubes at all. What you'll see is just the pincer-like form or the bud skin. Then on a daily basis it will grow in length, and the bud skins will be left behind on the bottom portion of the flower stalk. Then you would see that the flower bracts would show up, then the flower tubes, and then they will start growing as what I'm showing you right now. In a few more days it will reach a specific size wherein they will prepare themselves to open up. So not all of them will open up on just one day, so it will take several days for all the flower tubes to open up. So some will be spent on the first day of the blooming stages, then it would take a few more days for all the flowers to open up. So right now they're still in the budding phase and none of them have opened up yet, so we'll have to wait in a few more slides of the pictures that I am presenting before they start blooming for us. So I think the pictures that I'm showing right now is showing you the flower tubes are growing in significant length, wherein it would just take a few more pictures for them to finally bloom. I think the next pictures will be the flower tubes blooming. Like I said, they are already blooming on this pictures that I'm showing, and not all of them will bloom in just one day. So they will bloom by groups, and then on daily basis the other ones will start wilting till all of them are spent. So I guess that's it for this first part. On the second part we will discuss again with regards to more characteristics of inflorescence, so please stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode I'm just going to cover an inflorescence or flower bloom coming from a controversial Sansevieria which is named Star Rose, and it came from Holland. I had someone in Holland ship it from to me, or I remember the person went home in the Philippines and sent it to me, but it came from Ansu in Holland, and they mostly the name their Sansevierias starting with star. Some are repackaged, renamed. They're already existing species. That is why a lot of people are in doubt with regards two star rose being an existing species as well, but according to what I am showing you right now, or what I am observing, they are not the suspected Sansevieria subspicata species. They are far from being subspicata, and the inflorescence which I am showing you right now is very different from the inflorescence of the subspicata species of Sansevieria. So I have already posted or uploaded the inflorescence of subspicata because fortunately I was able to catch my Sansevieria subspicata species bloom very early when I started making videos for this channel. So it is very different. If you want to see it, you can just check the channel, browse through the old videos, or you can use the search tab if you're using the desktop or laptop. You can easily use the search tab. I'm not sure if the mobile phone or the mobile app for YouTube has them, because I had a hard time trying to search for previous Sansevieria episodes that I want to check if needed. So I had a hard time trying to use my mobile, so I had to use desktop in order for me to backtrack or research the or check the previous episodes that I made, because it's very easy since the desktop application or laptop application or operating system is different from the mobile application system. I'm used to using laptop desktop setups or operating system. That's why I find it easier to browse through or search using my desktop or laptop. But anyway, going back, so this is how the inflorescence of the Sansevieria star rose looks like, and most probably, basing on what I have and what the experience of growing them, they are not the subspicata species of Sansevieria. Perhaps they are hybrids that was named, and the parentage was not listed or not recorded. But this is how the inflorescence looks like, and we will also take measurements. The inflorescence would just be around this is a 24-inch ruler, by the way, so it's just around I would say 9-inch at that angle, because it's very hard. 8 to 9 inch. From what I'm seeing, it would be around 9, but the angle would reduce it to 8. So let's just peg it to 8 to 9 inches for the height of the inflorescence. The height of the inflorescence for the substrata species that I recorded before was way taller, and then the inflorescence or the flower tubes on that inflorescence are way shorter as well. So they have shorter inflorescence compared to the Sansevieria star rose that I am showing you right now. So like I mentioned in previous videos that I make or made, the inflorescence or flower bloom of Sansevierias will be the deciding factor in which we can tell whether species are of the same, or whether the Sansevieria is of the same species, or whether the Sansevierias are different from each other, or whether if we're dealing with hybrids or species. So right now, what I'm showing you right now is unbecoming of the subspicata species, namely because just by looking at it, the inflorescence structure is much different, and the inflorescence or flower tube are very long compared to what I have listed back when I had recorded the Sansevieria subspicata species. So right now what I have in front of you is Sansevieria star rose, and we're taking data records, and the flower tubes or a flower tube that I measured is 54.1 millimeters. I think that's roughly about more than 2 inches. If you convert it to into inches, later on I'll have the conversion for you. But again, the Inflorescence flower stock is 8 to 9 inches. The flower tube is about more than 2 inches. The flower structure is very different. This is the peduncular stalk itself is also different. It's darker green in color, wherein versus the subspicata, if I recall correctly, subspicata have paler green color of the inflorescence or flower stalk. So this is my how my star rose would look like. Leaf texture. I have already featured Sansevieria star rose before, but I have not included the characteristics of the leaf texture, so I'm recording it right now. The texture of the upper portion of the leaf is very smooth. Back portion, I would say slightly rough. I'll perhaps go to my subspicata right after this video, and I'll just put in the comment section the difference between the leaf texture of subspicata and star rose. Also, star rose is a very compact is having a very compact growth in comparison to subspicata. Subspicata would have about 2 to 5 leaves, perhaps 5 being the maximum for them, and star rose is very leafy. They would have leaves more than 5. So right now the subspicata is having about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 leaves. Subspicata species would just be around 4 to 5 maximum leaf growth for them. So usually in an average, I would say that, because we're dealing with Sansevieria, so there are times that they would depict what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, on an average, subspicata species would just grow to about 3 to 5 leaves, and then star rose would always grow leaves more than subspicata species can grow. So this one right now is having 8 leaves, and some can grow into a towering form, but so far only once did my star rose grow in a rose-like form, or rosebud-like form, which I gave away to a friend which also collects Sansevieria. Going back though, to further discuss the characteristics that I missed out during the first feature of the Sansevieria star rose. This is how the leaf looks like. The base coloration of the leaf is dark green, and it doesn't have a pattern except that there are very thin longitudinal lines on it. On the older leaves, you can barely see them, or there are no longitudinal lines. Perhaps when they grow old, they become very or they can be barely seen when the leaf matures. This is how the leaf tip looks like, curved down. I'm not sure if it would be similar or the same to subspicata species, but I'm just I'm just stating my observations with regard to leaf tips. I think they are very different, and like I said, it's no contest when the Sansevieria already shows its flower bloom or inflorescence, and it's different from what you see in the species. They are concluded to be different from each other. So star rose is different from subspicata. This is one of the evidences that would conclude it, because I already had inflorescence of star rose, so it is non-debatable. Star rose is not subspicata. Subspicata, you can check the channel like I mentioned. they have different inflorescence from what I'm showing you right now. So aside from that, what else can we get or observe from the inflorescence? We can check out the flowers per cluster. The maximum flowers in one cluster, I would say, is just two, and then the topmost portion would end up to one flowers attached to the flower stalk. So flower maximum flower in the cluster is just two. I don't see any more than that. And then the minimum is the ones on top, which is just one flower tube and a cluster. So I guess this is it for this content. Like I mentioned, this is a quick update, and I've already featured star rose before on this channel without the inflorescence, of course, but right now we have an inflorescence, so I had to log and record all the data that I can, since it is very different to get Sansevierias to bloom for you. Not all species and hybrids will bloom as frequent as you think, even though if you bombard them with some chemicals to stimulate flowers, I don't think that works all the time. So folks, aside from what we've discussed, I have nothing more to add. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below, and if you like what I presented, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.